Hello students, welcome back to the channel. In the first video, we studied the respiratory tract. Now we are going to study about the position of the lungs and what does the respiration involves. Now see here, if you see it is given in the NCERT ki lungs are situated in the thoracic chamber. So first of all, you should know our body cavity is divided into two with the help of diaphragm. Okay, this diaphragm is there which is dome shaped. Because of this diaphragm, the body cavity is divided into thoracic chamber and down is known as abdomen chamber. So lungs are situated in the thoracic chamber. This much is clear. And if you see, it is actually anatomically airtight chamber. It is anatomically airtight chamber in which the lungs are located. Now see, let us assume I'm taking the side view. Okay, this is the side view of the person. So this is the vertebral column. Okay, these are vertebral column. And this is one bone that is known as breastbone, also known as sternum. So this is sternum, which is on the ventral side. And this is vertebral column, which is on the dorsal side. And on the lateral side, you are finding ribs are there. Okay. And you know, 7 pairs are true ribs. These are the 7 pairs of ribs which are true. Okay. So they are on the lateral side. Ribs are present on the lateral side. 8th, 9th, and 10th. These are your false ribs because they are not attaching to the sternum. They started from the vertebral column, but they are not attaching to the sternum. Through 7th only they are attaching to the sternum. And this is the 11th and the 12th ribs, which are floating ribs. So blue color I've used for the ribs. The ribs are present on the lateral side. And if you see, this is the diaphragm which is dome shaped. So your lungs are present in a thoracic chamber which is lined by vertebral column on the dorsal side, sternum on the ventral side, diaphragm is present on the posterior side. We will say it is posterior side. Okay, diaphragm on posterior side, ribs on lateral side, and see carefully, this is your collarbone. This is clavicle, which is on the anterior side. And inside this, your lungs are located. This is the way your lungs are located in this cavity. And it is purely airtight chamber. And if any change you do in the thoracic chamber will be reflected in the lungs also. Understood all the positions better? Now see the NCERT properly. See here. I'll just try to focus here. Please focus this diagram also. Okay, I'm making a diagram also so that you can see it. Thoracic chamber is made dorsally by the vertebral column. I think so we did this only. Dorsally by vertebral column. Ventrally by sternum. We have done ventrally by sternum. Clear? Then laterally by ribs. We focus laterally by ribs. And on the lower side by dome-shaped diaphragm. On the lower side, dome-shaped diaphragm. Clear? On the posterior side. Anterior clavicle is there, which is not mentioned in the NCERT, but you should know it. So setup is in such a way, anatomical setup of the lungs in the thoracic is such a way that any change in the volume of thoracic cavity, if you do any change in the cavity of thoracic cavity, obviously it will be reflected in the lung cavity also. So any change in volume of thoracic cavity will be reflected in the lung cavity change also. And this arrangement is necessary for breathing. Otherwise, we cannot alter the pulmonary volume. Now, next very, very important question. Please focus. Respiration involves how many steps? See carefully. First step is known as breathing. Breathing is also known as pulmonary ventilation. Pulmonary ventilation is a method by which the air is brought from atmosphere into the alveoli. Up to alveoli, the reaching of the air is known as breathing. It is also known as pulmonary ventilation. If you remember, we say the people are in the their own ventilator. It means oxygen is provided till alveoli. Up till there, then we say breathing or pulmonary ventilation. Then gases exchange will occur across the alveolar membrane. And you know very well, gases exchange will occur by the process of diffusion. After this, gases will be transported by the blood. Blood will transport the gases. Already I have made this video for this topic. You can just revise the topic. Then diffusion of the oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and tissue. Okay, now again the diffusion will be there. This diffusion is between the blood and between the tissue. First diffusion was between the alveoli and the blood. And here now it is between the blood and tissue. After that, oxygen is used by the cell for the breakdown process, breakdown of the carbohydrate or glucose. And this process is known as cell respiration. And cell respiration, you will be studying in detail in respiration in plant. This chapter is mainly focused on the breathing, means how the gas is reaching to the alveoli, and then how it is transported to the tissue, and again, gas exchange is occurring. Exchange at the alveoli level and exchange at the tissue level. So I hope so in this video, I try to explain you only this paragraph. This much be very easy for you. If you go and check the second page of this NCERT, you know, one line is there. Please focus that line. Branching network of bronchi, bronchiole and alveoli together makes the lungs. So lungs are made by the network of bronchi, not trachea, because trachea is still mid-thoracic level, okay? At the fifth thoracic, it is dividing into bronchi. The bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli, the network of this together makes the lungs. Please focus, very important line of NCERT. Okay, that will be helpful for your competitive exam. Best of luck for your exam and thanks for watching the video.